I will present about introduction. Descriptive is one of the chapter in business mathematics and statistics study. Descriptive includes the tabular, graphical and numerical summaries of data. The purpose of data descriptive is to facilitate the presentation and interpretation of data. This data help to describe and understand the features of a specific data set by giving short summaries about the sample and measures of the data. People use data descriptive to repurpose hard to understand quantitative insight across a large data set into bite-sized descriptions.
Data set arrangement sales price. The arrangement of data in a row and column format is known as tabulation of data. It mainly involves the arrangement of numerical data. It is also worth mentioning that the consideration of two or more tables may be necessary of presenting the entire data in simple and conscious form. The data set arrangement cell price step. First, decide on the number of the class K. The formula is 2K n. Step 2. Determine the class interval of width. Formula class width. Max entry minus min entry number of class. Step 3. Set the individual class limits, which is 233 until 248, 249 until 264, 265 until 280, 281 until 296, 297 until 312. Step 4. Make a tally mark for each data entry in the appropriate class. The tally is 7, number 1, number 2 is 6, number 3 is 1, number 4 is 7, number 5 is 9 and the total is 30. The number tally mark of the class is frequent for the class. Frequency is 76179 and the total is 30. Step 6. Make a cumulative frequency. Formula. Cumulative frequency of the last class. Simple size n. The cumulative frequency is 7, 13, 14, 21 and 30. And step 7. Make lower class boundary. The formula is lower class boundary equal to lower limits, negative 0.5. Lower boundary is 233.5, 249.5, 265.5, 281.5, 297.5. Step 8. Make up class boundary. Formula up class boundary lower limit plus 0.5. The upper boundary is 248.5, 264.5 and 280.5. And last step is step 9. Make midpoint. The formula midpoint is lower class boundary plus upper class boundary per 2.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Akasyah bin Husin and my metric number is 831 832 16. So basically we are from group 8 in mathematics statistics. So I'm going to represent the next part, which is graphical method. So basically graphical method or geometric method allows solving simple linear programming problem intuitively and visually. This method is limited to 2 or 3 problem decision variable, since it is not possible to graphically illustrate more than 3D. So basically in graphical method we use 3 method graph, which is the first one is histogram, the second one is frequency polygon, and the third one is ogive. Thank you.
My name is SITI BINTI ABDUL. My metric number A21B3114. Measure of central tendency. A measure of central tendency, also referred to measure of center or central location, is a summary measure that attempts to describe a whole set of the data with a single value that represents the middle or center of its distribution. There are three main measures of central tendency. The first is mode, second is median, and third is mean.
Next, we will talk about measure of variation, sale price. First of all, about variance. The variance is the average of squared deviation from the means. A deviation from the means is how far a score lies from the mean. Variance is the square of the standard deviation. This means that the units of variance are much larger than those of a typical value of a dead set. Next, standard deviation. The standard deviation is the average amount of validity in your data set. Other than that, it tells you on average how far is score lies from the mean. The larger the standard deviation, the more variable the data set is.
Measure of position. A measure of position determines the position of a single value in relation to other value in a sample or a population data set. Unlike the mean and the standard deviation, description measure based on a quantities are not sensitive to the influence a few extreme observation, like first quarter, third quarter, and interquarter range.
Lastly, for conclusion, the number of peaks in distribution as well as its symmetry, skewness, and uniformity are used to describe its shape. When the graph is uniformly shaped or well-shaped, this is due case normal. When a distribution is skewed to the left or right, it is referred to as non-symmetrical.